So yeah, let me go over that one more time because of the recording. We should be able to identify useful resources, tools available on the USA Library website. Use Search USA to find relevant books, equipment, and journal articles. Be able to search an online database effectively using filters and limiters. Be able to find full text articles if needed, and I'll show you how to request the full text of an article through the interlibrary loan process. So what we're going to do first is we're actually going to switch gears from my presentation here and talk about the new library website, which is a brand new endeavor that has been very, very successful so far, and it looks fabulous. So I'm going to kind of go over do like an overview of the library website. The first thing that you'll notice if you're going from top to bottom is this wonderful search bar that's up here at the top. So this search bar is basically it's your new portal to Search USA now. Previously, with the library website, like there was an actual Search USA link that you had to click on first, then it would take you there. Well, that's old hat. We don't need that anymore. We have a search bar that you can just simply enter in your keywords and search USA. The other great thing about this search bar as well is that it not only searches Search USA, but you can set it using this drop-down menu to search the library catalog, as well as the entire website, which is great. So that is a very, very helpful thing. Another thing I'll point out is this is it's called a slider, like the main feature portion of the website, which pretty much just it's like a series of clickable images that are that can usually put you to a news story or in this case it's a survey. And we usually keep them pretty current. For instance, here, the one I just passed, I should have mentioned that one first. The one I just passed is a survey about the brand new website. And then there's a little bit of video collection. So yeah, so this slider, as it's called, is basically just an event, an announcement section. So right below here, these are actually, as far as sort of shop talk goes, these are mini sliders is what they're called. But basically they're just links to, for instance, the library catalog, which a lot of people always ask me this, but what's the difference between Search USA in the library catalog? Well, library catalog searches the physical items that are located on the campus's level. So that's physical books, that's treatment tables, phone models. The library catalog also has ebooks in it as well, but Search USA searches both our electronic collection along with our physical collections. But as I said, this is our library catalog, which again searches just our physical collection and some of our ebooks. If you ever have any questions about the library catalog, we have a lot of videos down here that are really helpful, like how to renew an item online, how to reserve an item online, how to search for physical items, etc. So that's the library catalog. There's also links to link out to your MyUSA portal, which is really helpful. All right. And then to the Writing Center, of course, which is a really, really popular one. So there's that. And then, of course, the Blackboard, which you probably use that one, hopefully. So there's that. As you can see, our chat is currently offline, but it's only currently offline because I'm here. That's why. So it's going to be offline maybe for the next 30 or 40 minutes. So hold your questions. Oops, sorry about that. Below, or right beside where the chat box typically is our upcoming events section, which of course you can see has tonight's webinar, plus any upcoming webinars as well. So like for next week, yeah, I think that's right. Next week I've got the advanced searching one, which is basically it's a continuation of this one. So there's that, and then of course later that week it looks like I have one on just strictly ebooks, and then I have a citation management webinar coming up in April as well, and also ones in Dynamit. So these are all listed down here. Also, as you keep scrolling, you'll see campus information as far as campus operational hours, contact information, addresses, and these are for all of our campuses. So that's the St. Augustine campus, Miami campus, the Austin campus, and San Marcos in sunny California. So let's go over a couple of other things here that are worth mentioning. Resources tab, which is right here, which is going to be a good friend of yours. So the first one that we have here is for databases. So this page pretty much features all of our databases. So everything from CINAHL to ProQuest to ERIC to PubMed, it's all located here, and it's searchable too, which is great. They're actually categorized by a subject. So for business, there's a health business elite database if you want to use that. I would say for us mostly it'll be probably medicine. So if you click on that, it'll expand, and then it gives you summaries of the databases, which is really helpful. So the Cochrane database is here. Dynamit Plus, really good one, by the way. It's a brand new tool that we have, and I would definitely check it out. PubMed, which actually PubMed is a free tool, and we'll talk very briefly about PubMed toward the end of this session tonight. Plus, as usual, there's a video that is, or a training video attached to a lot of these. So you see there's one here for PubMed. If I were to close this back up and we'll go to this one, you'll see there's training videos for Gale Power Search, which is another database, as well as ProQuest Central, which we'll take a quick look at tonight. So there's that. So let's go back up to our resources. Let's take a look at ebooks. So Search USA, you can search for ebooks using that, but also you can search for ebooks with these platforms here. So EBSCO collection, R2 Digital Library, the LWW Health Library for Physical Therapy, ProQuest eBook Central, and Ovid, and last but not least, the Credo reference section. And naturally, there are also videos here. This is a webinar that I normally do about how to search for ebooks. So there's that, and you just kind of browse through these. Of course, these are some of our most popular texts that are available as ebooks. So there's a lot more than that. I just want to scroll through a couple of them. Also, in resources, you have our video collection as well. Our video collection plus interactive tools, such as Visible Body. There's some information about that located here, as well as the Bates Visual Guide for Physical Examination, which is a popular one. The USA Video Library, this actually links out to a YouTube page, it has library instruction, plus it also has anatomy videos. Some of them are actually kind of gross, but it's mostly stuff that's been put together just to supplement your supplement some of your classwork and things like anatomy and physiology. So all that's available there. Check it out at your leisure. Then Journal Finder. Journal Finder is basically, and pretty much to look at anything with Journal Finder, you'll have to log into your USA Library email pass or USA library account, which you use your USA email address and the email address password to access that. So what is Journal Finder? Journal Finder basically is it's a way to essentially search USA's journal collection. And so this actually searches through both digital collection and the physical collection as well. You can search for pretty much any journal that relates to your field of study, whether it's physical therapy or let's do physical therapy, Journal of American Physical Therapy, and it'll come up and it's browsable and gives you the information on how to access that information there. It's also browsable, as I said, which you can go through here and take a look at it from a subject point of view. There's anatomy physiology right there, which I'm sure would be very useful. And so that's Journal Finder, pretty much in a nutshell. And then let's go back to resources again and full text tools. We'll cover full text tools at the end of this session, probably. Full text tools are things like Search USA, PubMed, Google Scholar, as well as Journal Finder. So some of this we have already gone over. And then, of course, there are help videos for each one of those right there. So let's go to services now. So we have the Ask a Librarian service. Sorry, I'm kind of jumping around really quick here. The Ask a Librarian service, which is basically chat. I enter email, and of course, just like I said, if I was on chat right now, which I'm not, the little box would appear right there. But gives you our availability hours here, and it also gives you the contact information, which this one is probably the best contact address for us, which is library at USA.edu, because that's checked all the time, and it's probably one of the best ways to reach us here in the library. Other stuff, services, we will talk about interlibrary loan, but this is a interlibrary loan form. It's located here now. There's an additional form, but there's also located, and actually that information I'm talking about right now is located through the request through interlibrary loan link, which is available, which is embedded into Search USA. So that's there. And so that's some information on interlibrary loan. We'll talk a little bit about that later. Printing, copying, scanning. This is really probably more campus-based information. So if you're a campus-based student, this is probably something really important to you. We're talking about scanning and printing and copying. Likewise with borrow, renew, and return as well. Just some information about that. Alumni benefits. A lot of that information is located here. Then online education portal is pretty much right here, which just essentially highlights, um, um, how to access the library, online, our ebook collection. If you happen to make an appointment with me, then that's where you would go to sign up for that. And webinars and trainings, which will link you out to actually up to this one right here. So let's go to guides. So a lot of people ask me, what are these guides? So in the shortest version possible that I can tell you is basically what these guides are is that they're library approved information hubs that have been created just for you. And they're basically that we've taken a bunch of resources and we've just condensed them into a small help guide. So for instance, anatomy here that we have, what this is basically we've scoured the library's collection and we've gathered anything that relates to anatomy, and we've tried to put it all in one place, just so it's just so you can click on it, and it's quick and easy access, which is always wonderful. We always enjoy that. Webinars, information for the upcoming webinars, which kind of already went over, but I'm just going to click on the page to show you. So that's located there, and these are also archived as well. And so this one, it'll be appearing here probably within the next 12 to 24 hours. But all of the ones that I've done thus far, they're all located over here. So you learn the basics. Well, the new one will be up here. Advanced searching, PubMed, etc. So they're all housed here, which is always great. This is the tab that you would use to renew items online if you've checked something out from a branch. That's how you would do that. And you can look at this when you're on later, but this is the About Us page, which has the staff directory, policies, contact information, and so on and so forth. So that's all there. So let's go to the fun part, which is we're going to do some searching now. So I've kind of given you an overview of the new library website, and now what I'm planning on doing is we're just going to do a little bit of, we're going to kick the tires a little bit. So we'll go to Search USA, which is the main, as I said before, Search USA searches searches the entire library, databases, searches physical items as well, and it's kind of like a one-stop shop. So so let's look up a physical item that's pretty much located at just about every one of our campuses, which is the treatment table, which a lot of our physical therapy students use. So just type it into the search bar right there simply and click search. And just real quick, I just wanted to point this out because I've had a few questions about this, but when you are on pretty much, or when you're on any page that's here, the search bar is always up here at the top. Just to let people know about that, because some people I've noticed actually missed that. So just wanted to point that out real quick. So anyway, so we did our search for treatment table, and this is Search USA. These are the results, just from those keywords that we typed in. And the first few items that we're seeing here don't necessarily look like a physical treatment table. So we're gonna kind of scroll down a little bit, and the main reason why, of course, is because since we did a keyword search for a treatment table, it's pretty much taken those terms and it's searched everything that has treatment in it, treatment table, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty much why it appears that way. But what we're looking for as far as physical item treatment tables, you actually have to scroll down a little bit farther, right down here to equipment. Now, you can do that, or you can go to catalog only. These are limiters right here. These are items items that are available in the library collection there, catalog only. So we're going to check mark on catalog only, and what it's going to do is it's going to bring our treatment tables up to the front. As I said before, physical items, physical books, things like treatment tables, bone models, those are catalog items, and the library catalog is for is strictly for physical items, except for a couple of ebooks. So we've done that, and let's look up some other stuff then. So I'm going to take this check mark off, or clear it is what it's called. And then instead of searching for treatment tables, let's search for a book. Let's just do that as an example. So I'm going to use the Netter Atlas, or the Netter's Anatomy Atlas. That one's always a very popular book. So I just did a quick search for that. And first thing that comes up, as you can see, is that it's a physical item, and it looks like it's available at the Miami campus, but it's out, as you can see right there where it's on loan. So, but that's still okay, because there are lots of Netters that are available, different editions. Here is a Netter's Atlas of Anatomy for Speech, Swallowing, and Hearing. That's one I haven't seen before. Maybe we'll come back to that one in a minute. Let's take a look at this one. This is a reserve textbook, actually. These are currently used, and I expanded this, and I see that it's located at pretty much all of our campuses, so Austin, Miami, San Marcos, and San Antonio. And it's also available as an ebook, which is cool too. So let's just take a look at the ebook. So to access that ebook, you're going to go here to full text. And it usually takes a second, and then it takes you to this little splash page where you click. And here is and you actually have one more click to this PDF full text file that's right there, and it takes you right to the text. All right, so it'll load up in just a second. And it always moves slow, especially when I'm showing people how to use it. I don't know why. But so yeah, so you can jump from chapter to chapter as soon as it actually loads up properly. You'll see that down here. You can jump chapter to chapter. You can save some pages. I think I'd have to look, but I believe it's usually up to your page limit as far as saving pages is usually about 60 pages. So, but it does kind of vary from book to book. I've seen some at 30 even, or even less than that. But yeah, that's pretty much how you connect to an ebook. Which, of course, this book is an ebook, and it's also a physical text as well. So let's close out of that, and let's say that we were just looking for the ebook only. Well, we'll go over here to source type. So what's source type? So source type is a filter that allows you to basically filter whether you want content from academic journals, or whether you want physical books under ebooks, magazines, reviews, reports, electronic resources, trade, as well as trade publications as well. So let's just say that we we go up here and we'll just do, instead of just netters, we'll do just a plain old anatomy and physiology book. There's going to be a lot of these. Let's say we'll just do plain old anatomy, physiology, and then under source type, we'll go to ebooks. And all you do right there is you check mark and you hit update. And then what it should give you, and what it gives you, I don't know why I said that, is that then it gives you all of our ebooks that have something to do with anatomy and physiology. Let me take my jacket off really quick. It's starting to get hot. So that is a good way to actually search for ebooks too. So you can also do a search, having this still check mark, and search for let's go anything cardiovascular. I don't know. And let's see what some of the ebooks. Ooh, actually, take that back. Click that, go to ebooks, and click update. Now, of course, as I pointed out before, you can use Search USA to actually search for ebooks, or you can search for ebooks by its platform. And of course, we have various platforms such as EBSCObooks, through the R2 Digital Library, Physical Therapy Library, ProQuest. And I'll give you kind of a heads up. EBSCO is a lot of different types of ebooks. Probably a larger collect. I would say EBSCO and ProQuest have a lot of content that is both scientific or allied health content, as well as just general stuff, ranging from social sciences or things like that. Actually, ProQuest has literature, history, and some of these other things. Whereas like R2, for instance, is more medical science based. So that's definitely something to think about. So yeah, that's just kind of a kind of a pro tip, I guess, when it comes to searching for ebooks. So let's do some other searching. Let me show you some other things as far as actually, to get rid of our ebook search, we can just click X right there and sort of X that out. And let's do some more catalog only searching. So we're doing the catalog only for this one, and let's do arm model. We have lots of those. Oops. Completing the forming too fast. All right, so here's a couple different ones, and again, this is just searching the library catalog, but it's through our Search USA search engine portal. So it's just really convenient tool to use, and of course, it shows you where a lot of these ARM models are actually located. So the Austin campus, San Marcos campus, and if you want to learn more about the details as far as the availability, because there's usually quite a few, you can go to retrieve catalog item. I like to open up stuff in a different tab, so stop me if that gets annoying. But yeah, so lower arm, this gives you a little bit more of like a detailed view. If you can see that, I'll click on it and make it a little bit easier to find. So as you saw back here, it says that Austin campus has bone models that are available, but then at the same time they have some that are on loan. Same thing with Miami, San Marcos, and St. Augustine, but it basically means that because there are lots of copies copies being our models. So there's 4 available on the shelf, for instance, whereas there's one that's checked out from the Austin campus. So just kind of cluing in on that. And let's see. Let me look at my notes really quick to make sure I'm on the right path. So let's go back to new search, because I definitely want to do a little bit more searching as far as using keywords to, just look for articles and things like that. So because really, like, searching for articles and things like that, that is the best. That's what Search USA is really for, is to search database content and so on and so forth. It's really helpful. So I have a couple keywords that I wanted to put in and just show you kind of what everything looks like. So let's do knee osteoarthritis, or exercise, and knee osteoarthritis. So let's just see what we get from just searching these regular keywords. So I click search, gives us a lot of stuff to work with. Now, when it comes to doing any sort of keyword search, and you saw this just a few minutes ago with a treatment table, is that with a keyword search, it actually sorts the results by relevance. So that's just something to it's just something to keep in mind. With our keywords, we'll go over back over here to our limiters. We can limit content. As you can see, we have 43,000 articles, probably some ebooks, physical books, and so on. So, but actually, what we want to do here is we want to limit to just peer review only. So we'll go limiter and peer review. And let's say we're looking for, oh my gosh, 2018. That's still so weird to me. So let's look at the information published in the last 10 years on exercise and knee osteoarthritis. And as a quick update for you, we enter the date over there. You can also toggle back and forth using this, but I always find that easier. So that's changed the results a lot, actually. As we started out, we had about 43,000, and now we're under 19,000. And let's take a look at our source types again. So we have a lot of journal articles, of course, because it's peer reviewed. We have all of that to work with. So let's just keep that the way it is. One I definitely want to point out is the subject part right here. It's really useful as far as improving keyword searches, using more targeted keywords just to find content easier. And I will talk more about subject searching in the next installment for advanced searching, which will be next week. So definitely tune in. So that's also available there, and let me show you how the subject searching works. So if we're looking for knee osteoarthritis exercises, it's probably going to deal with something like in physical therapy. That's what we're looking for. So what it's done there is taken my keywords plus the physical therapy subject, which is a controlled term, and it's done a new search using my keywords plus the subject term, and it's actually given us a better and more targeted directed search. But again, I don't want to go too far into that because that's a whole other session. But yeah, I just want to kind of browse through some of these things just to let you know that they're there. The different publications that we've pulled content from.
So we have osteoarthritis and cartilage journal, I guess, knee surgery, sports, traumology, and arthroscopy. And then probably really don't need to know too much about publishers, but I've gotten this question a lot recently, but it's people, they've asked me that, say for instance, they have done a search, right? But then in their assignment, they're actually asked to identify the actual database that the article comes from. Well, if you ever want to know that, you can look at the content provider filter that's over here, and it pretty much breaks down where the information is coming from. So there's academic one file content, CINAHL complete content, science and context, ERIC, which is like an education database, information from Gale and things like that. So that's where you would actually find that information. But let me just take a random article and open it really quick for you. So this is like the item record, which has abstract information and that has abstract information plus other bibliographic information there. So we'll connect to the full text article by clicking on PDF full text there, and should come up. There it is right there. You can download it to your desktop. You can print it. You can share it. But yeah, that's pretty much how you're going to locate an article. So let's say that you have an article, and let's say it's this one that you want, but you click on it and you realize that we maybe don't have access to it. So what do? Well, as I showed you before, you can copy and paste the title of it and put it in to the interlibrary loan form, which is right here under interlibrary loan, or you can simply click on this embedded link, which will take you to a form that you fill out. It just takes a few minutes, and it already has all the items details populated in the form. So you can do that and basically just fill out your information and hit send. And it usually takes us between 3 to 5 business days to typically fill a request. But usually, if it's during the week, we always say 3 to 5 business days. But if it's during the week, often it can take within a couple hours sometimes too. So we're usually really quick. But usually, but the standard time range as far as ordering an article is usually 3 to 5 business days. So that's how you would do an interlibrary loan through SearchUSA. And let's look at a couple quick things really quick. I'm looking down at the time right now. I got about a little bit under 15 minutes, or around 15 minutes left. It looks like too. I'll show you some other interesting things with SearchUSA. So SearchUSA will link out to PubMed as well. PubMed is a fabulous resource. It's free, and it probably has the most biomedical information that you'll find anywhere. The last time I checked, I think PubMed, as far as its databases are pretty much all put together. I think it has about 27 million citations, or it's somewhere between 26 and 27 now. So a a lot of information. And the best part about all that information is there's a good bit of it that's free, which is wonderful. So I just linked out to PubMed, and the wonderful thing about this is that I didn't have to do any sort of retyping. It took my keyword terms here, and it took them over to PubMed, and it did a brand new search for me. So that's really, really great and really helpful. You'll also notice over here that since we're logged in, and also since we linked out from Search USA, that we have a University of St. Augustine filter that's popped up. So out of all of the results that have come from these keywords, which is about around 2,900, University of St. Augustine has about 1,900 of those. And basically, this means if you click on the University of St. Augustine, then this is the PubMed content. This is the PubMed content we have access to. So it's a pretty fair amount. So that's what that filter actually helped you with right there. So let's go back to all really quick. And I have a PubMed session as well, and it's in the archive. It pretty much goes through how to filter using PubMed through article types, text availability, using things like the free full text filter, so publication date filter, and etc. But I just want to show you that really quick. But PubMed is fantastic. So it's a great tool to use. Also, one of the other ones I'll link out to is ProQuest, and ProQuest is the one that I was talking about that has a wide range of information, everything from sciences, allied health information, all the way to social sciences, history, and things like that. It's a wonderful tool as well, and definitely use it. And again, when you link out to ProQuest, then it actually takes your keywords with you, which is always great and always useful. So there's that. And the other thing that I will start to wrap it up with tonight is I'm gonna go back to the library's webpage, and I'm going to go to resources, and I'm going to go down to full text tools. As I was talking about earlier, we were going to kind of swing around back to this, but the library also provides access to a lot of full text tools as well, and you already seen tonight. You've already seen Search USA, PubMed, as well as Journal Finder. But another great tool as far as finding full text information is Google Scholar, actually. And I'll take you right to the Google Scholar page here. And great page. And one of the wonderful features is that using Google Scholar, and we'll do some of our exercise physiology. I'll just do a quick search: exercise physiology and neuroscience. That sounds cool. So I just did a basic keyword search, just like I would search Google and things like that. But there's some really interesting stuff that you're seeing here. So you see all these, it's PDF, etc. Bind it USA. So I'll go back and I'll explain that. So what Google Scholar is that it searches the broader web as far as open access documents, that are scholarly content. So, so it's not just a database, but scholarly information that is located free on the web. So that's a wonderful tool. Now I didn't check this prior, but I'm going to try it. Usually, if you're searching Search USA, and say for instance you come to an article that's like this, and you actually really want this article, so you click on it, and you realize that the USA Library doesn't have it, and then you say, well, I really want to take a look and see if I can get a hold of it, but prior to actually filling out the form here for the article, I'll take it to PubMed and see if I can locate the article there. And the article doesn't come up in PubMed, so it doesn't look like it's available. You can click on the full text links, which will take you to the publisher's page, but often that doesn't necessarily mean that it's available through the publisher. It might be and it might not be, but a good thing to do is to take this article, copy and paste the title like we did, and put it into PubMed, and then copy and paste it and put it into Google Scholar. Now, again, I did not try this, so I don't know if it's going to pop up somewhere on the web. I'm kind of crossing my fingers that it will, because then it'll show that I'm awesome, I guess. But let's check it out. And no, I'm not awesome. So this would be one that you might have to request through us. But see, what I'm doing there is that with Google Scholar, if you can't find it using Search USA, that should always be option number one, period. That it's always good then to usually take it to PubMed first, enter Google Scholar. Now, a really quick tool or a hack, I guess, with Google Scholar is that you can actually connect Google Scholar with the USA Library. So I don't know if you saw that a few minutes ago when I did my search, and you saw this PDF full text, and then you saw find it USA. Well, if you ever see this means that it's available through us. Now, how do you set that up? Well, if you have a Gmail account, which of course it is a free account, you can just sign up for it really quickly. You can sign into your account, which I'm signed into mine. You'll go over here to the options. See these little three lines here. You go to, excuse me, that's the wrong one. Go to settings. And then in settings, you go to library links. And then in library links, you'll just look up the University of St. Augustine. And I already have it marked, as you can see right there. Then you would click Save, and then you basically can search both areas, both the open web as well as the University of St. Augustine. So it's just a really convenient tool. And I'm going to go back and see if I can actually get one to come up that is come up in Google Scholar, just to show you guys that I kind of do know what I'm doing. But this just kind of show you what it looks like, because I've been asked me about this before. And again, out of luck. But anyway, so that is how to use Google Scholar to get full text. Some information about how to link that up, as I was showing you actually rather quickly because we're almost out of time, is right here. under full text, under Find Urban Resources and full text tools. If you scroll down there to Google Scholar and this video, it'll walk you through that entire process. Again, if you, for some reason, are actually having trouble trying to find an article, find a text, anything like that, contact us using the interlibrary loan form that we have there, or the Search USA form that's available, or simply just copy and paste the title of the article and then just send it to library@usa.edu. You can do that as well. So let me see what else we have to go over. And actually, I think that is it. So we got about 5 minutes left, and I just wanted to show you my information. If you have any questions, you can ask them now. If you don't have any questions, then that's also great. But if you end up having questions sometime later down the road, you can always shoot me an email at rtaylor@usa.edu, or send it to the library inbox, library@usa.edu, and you'll be able to get your question answered, hopefully quickly. If you're okay, I see Sherry asked a question. It's a good question. If enrolled in an online program, is it possible to check out a book? If possible, what's the process? That's actually a really good question. So if you're an online student, you actually can check out physical books, but there's a catch to it. The actual catch to it is that the book has to be a circulating book. So in the library, there are essentially two different or three. Let me see, 1, 2. Yes, there are 3 borrowing types. There are circulating books, which actually circulate for at least 14 days at a time. Then there are reserved textbooks, which only circulate on a campus and usually for about 2 hours. And of course, then there are also books that actually don't circulate. So if the book, Sherry, is a circulating book, then it can be checked out. But just shoot us an email at library@usa.edu, and we will be happy to actually help you with that. But yes, as an online student, you can check out physical books. It's just that they have to be circulating books. I'm sorry. I had that like super long answer for just like a 3-word answer. But yes, Sherry, I hope that answered your question. Anybody else have any questions? I'm about to pull the plug. And of course, if you have any follow-up questions, you can just email me at rtaylor@usa.edu. But I just want to thank you guys for coming tonight. Great session. If you could, though, for me, I have a quick, very, very minor survey about tonight, and it's a very simple question. Did you learn something? I'm going to put it over here in the chat. So, did you learn something new tonight? And of course, you can answer if you want to. If you don't want to, you can skate. That is absolutely fine. But it's just for our our records. So, but again, thank you so much for actually showing up tonight. And yeah, if you guys need anything else, let